I've just finished knitting my cable socks, and I am going to do the Kitchener stitch. So the first thing I need to do is I need to knit to the end here so that I can put the stitches on 2 needles with an equal amount of stitches on each needle. So I now have the stitches for the back, for the bottom of the foot on one needle. And if I turn it around, I will just slip the stitches from the top of the foot over to my right needle from the left to the right. Okay, let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 on the back. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yay! Okay, so now that I've done that, I am going to break the yarn, but I'm going to leave quite a long tail because you are going to thread this through a needle, through a tapestry needle. Oh, good strong sock yarn. Okay, now find our tapestry needle. I like to fold my yarn over when I thread it through. Just makes it a little easier. And we're gonna begin. So to prepare, the first thing you're gonna do is take your yarn and you are going to go through the first stitch on the front needle purlwise. You're just preparing, you're not taking anything off yet, purlwise. And then you're going to go through the first stitch on the back needle knitwise. Okay, now you take off the first stitch on the front needle knitwise and you prepare the next stitch purlwise. So all the time I have my finger on the ends of the stitches to make sure they don't fall off the needle. So now I take the first stitch off the needle purlwise and I put the needle in the next stitch to prepare it knitwise. So I'm always working 2 stitches on the front needle, then 2 on the back, 2 front, 2 back. The first one comes off, the second one stays on. So it really helps to kind of have a little song going in your head, some kind of a rhyme. So take off knitwise, stay on purl. Take off purl, stay on knit. And you want to give it like a good tug just to make sure that your tension is good. Not too much, but just you're trying to match the tension of your sock. So off knitwise, on purlwise. Off purlwise, on knitwise, and just keep giving it a little tug. Off knitwise, on purlwise. Take off as if to knit, stay on as if to purl. So just take it nice and slow. Watch that the yarn doesn't get caught on the needle as you're taking the stitch off. So off as if to purl, on as if to knit, and then pull it through. Like here's where it might want to tangle around the needle, so just guide it off. And you can see you're basically making a row of stitches with your needle in between the two rows. Off knitwise, on purl, back needle off, purl, whoops, split the yarn there, and on knitwise. Take off as if to knit, stay on as if to purl. Back needle, take off as if to purl, stay on as if to knit. Give it a good tug. Take off as if to knit, keep on as if to purl, take off as if to purl, keep on as if to knit. My yarn came undone. Take off as if to knit, stay on as if to purl, take off as if to purl, keep on as if to knit, take off knit, keep on purl, take off purl, keep on knit. When you get to the end here, the needles want to fall off your stitches. So you kind of have to make sure that you're holding them on there. Just be aware that wants to happen. Okay. Almost to the end. Take off knit. Keep on purl. Take off purl. Keep on knit. That's my dog's footsteps you hear. Okay, so now we're at the end. So the very last step is you take off the front stitch knitwise and you take off the back stitch purlwise, and that's it. You give it a tug and you then just pull the needle. Do you hear my dog whining? He doesn't like when I talk to nobody. And you just put it through, and then you'll weave in your ends. And as you can see, my toes, I like them a little bit wider. So most socks, they kind of come in a little bit more like that, but I do like to have a little bit more space in the toe. I have super long toes. So there you go. Hope that was helpful. That's the Kitchener stitch.